Hi there, Capricorn. Thank you so much for joining me. I am just happy to have you here, and I appreciate that you're here watching your reading. This is your reading for October 11th through 17th of 2021. I'm Yetta Pearl, and this is YouTube, and I appreciate you being here. Sorry, I'm repeating myself, aren't I? Okay, so the cards that came forward for you are fairies and unicorns. So usually when they come together in this combination, the first message that your angels want you to know is to lighten up a little. Fairies and unicorns tend to frolic. So they're telling me that you're not frolicking very much. And you need to. You need to just have a bit of downtime, have some fun. It's not necessarily downtime, actually. It's light-hearted time. So if you can be thinking a little lighter, a little less stressed, then that will definitely benefit you in your entire life, in all aspects of your life. So, okay, we're almost done. We got one more card to come out. So let's see. See what else they want us to know. There it is. Okay. I think that's the first time I've ever got that card. Interesting. Okay. So, share. There's things that you've had in your head as like that you want to happen, that you are setting in motion, that you're trying to create, and you haven't been telling anybody, even your closest people. It's making for a lack of connection in your life because you're not sharing your life with other people. It's like you're just keeping it to yourself, and it doesn't really feel like a malicious thing or anything like that. It's not that you're deliberately withholding anything. You're caught up in your own head is how it feels. It's like you're just forgetting to talk about it, and you have a lot on your mind, so it's like you're easily distracted. When you're in this particular setting, you're thinking this, and you're single-minded, and you're doing this, you're focusing, you're doing it, and then there's something within that you think, okay, this is how I want this to go, and I should probably, spread that around kind of in order to help it happen. But then as soon as you leave that environment, then you're in a different environment, and you forget. It's like you have these walls in between these just different parts of your life, and you leave one, and everything from there leaves your mind. You're doing something else now, and your focus is on that, and that's what you're doing. So then it doesn't occur to you to remember this thing here that you were going to share with that person, right? So it's like you need to make your walls thinner so that things can permeate and pass back and forth. It's all one life. Yes, there are different sections of it, but it's all one life, and you need to blend those together so that the significant people in your life in this aspect are aware of this part of your life and are aware of this part of your life. And, a certain amount, not necessarily, like your boss doesn't need to know everything, right? But your spouse probably should. You see? And your thoughts and your desires for the future, and for how you're going to create that and how you're going to actually bring it about, definitely share that with the people in your life, because they're like, it's the connection. It's not even the ideas and the assistance and whatever. It's that it feels good to have this conversation. It feels really good to let your people in on what's going on. And there might be assistance of some kind forthcoming in that way. There might not be. It might be just the conversation. But either way, it's the connection. And that is so important. That is more important in your life than anything else. And you don't quite realize that yet. But it's the connection. You're getting there. You're getting there. So okay. And so you are getting there, understanding that the connections are the really important part. That is all that progress that you're making with your inner self. Healing yourself, healing past traumas and triggers, and stepping forward. And you are doing an amazing job at that. Your angels are applauding how well you're doing. And so I can see and feel some of you going, well, geez, I'm not doing it on purpose. Life keeps throwing me this stuff, so I have to keep doing stuff, Yeah, that's all part of it. But if you were not able to heal it and deal with it and get rid of the old belief systems and the old crap that's not in your best interests, then you wouldn't be healing. You wouldn't be stepping forward. And so your angels are really happy with the progress you're making. And they are here to support you every step of the way. So and what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing is that a lot of you are not even really aware of all the steps you're taking, and that's fine. That's fine. Much of the time they kind of say, without awareness, there's no choice. That's a quote from John Barnes. But some of the time, you can be making all these leaps and bounds without being fully conscious that that's what's going on. To you, you're just responding to life, right? But in the process, you are doing a lot of healing. And that's fabulous. Yes. So, you might want to spend some time with flowers and flower essences. So perhaps essential oils would be part of that, because those will help you heal. Feels like somebody has sinus issues going on because suddenly I stuffed right up, and that can help you. There's other things too. So it's is it kidneys that I'm feeling? I'm not quite sure. Something like that, like organs. It's just general. Oh, bladder. Somebody's got a bladder thing going on. Somebody's feet are tingling. All these things, the essential oils and flower essences, because they are different things. Those can be of assistance to you. Herbs and natural things. Ask at the health food store is what I'm hearing when you don't know which things to get or whatever. There's a lot of information out there, so you can look for it and you can discover what it is. Go to a homeopathic doctor or something like that, a master herbalist, or a person who's very well versed with the essential oils, that kind of thing. There's a lot of people out there who know these things. So you can find those people and you can act on what they recommend. And you'll feel better. Your health will improve because of it. Yeah. It feels like you're having like a cycle. There's a cycle ending and a new one beginning. So you're saying goodbye to something that's just ending, and you're saying hello to what's just beginning. And it's a natural cycle, and it feels good. And, I think it feels like some of you are maybe struggling with it a bit. You're not ready to say goodbye or whatever, but it's how it goes. It's how life is. Everything goes in cycles. Everything comes to an end at some point. Some things last much, much longer than others, of course, but almost everything comes to an end at some point. But when there's an end, there's a beginning. Just like this, what you're having trouble saying goodbye to right now, it was a new beginning at one point. And if you think back, perhaps you had trouble embracing it as the new thing because you didn't want to get rid of the old thing. It's natural. It's refreshing. So your angels are saying that once you do say goodbye to that thing and you truly shed it, you will realize at some point how much lighter you feel without it. Because it's just finished. It's run its course. That's all. There's nothing sinister about this. It doesn't feel like a hard ending. Well, for some of you, maybe it's a hard ending. Okay. Either way, it's necessary. Yeah. And you will, like they just said, you will come to realize that it was the best thing. Yeah. Okay. Take a breath and embrace it. Let it flow instead of resisting. And this will help your healing as well. Yeah. So it feels like that's all part of the healing. Like everything we've talked about so far is you healing. And so there are physical healing, there's mental healing, there's emotional healing, there's spiritual healing. I'm feeling all of them. Now, truly, those things are all so intertwined we can't take them apart. But still, like it feels like on every level you're healing, and you're doing so well at that. You're making great progress. And so some of you are feeling like, I don't know, I can't feel the progress. Yeah, but look back and see how you were maybe a month ago, or whenever you can call to mind, right? And compare that to how you are now. You might want to journal that. You might want to write down, today, this is how I feel in this way, and, address the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual every time you write these down. And then in a week or 2 weeks, or whenever you choose, look back at it and write down how you're feeling that day, and then compare them. I think you'll notice then how much progress you are making. It's really quite astounding. Yeah. Okay. So one of the things that can help you with stuff, with your new beginnings, is affirmations. So an affirmation often will start with, I am. And then whatever you put behind it is what you are creating. So an affirmation is something that you are bringing new to your life, or you are solidifying something that is already there, but barely. Maybe it's a little tenuous, a little, insecure. The affirmation brings that forward, and it makes it more solid and more secure and much more a deeper part of your life. So whatever you write there, I am filled with sunshine. I am assertive. I am happy. Whatever you want is what you are going to affirm to yourself. And this is all part of these hellos. So a lot of times an affirmation will be something that you are choosing deliberately to replace something that you're choosing to get rid of deliberately. Yes. And so an affirmation is a daily, multiple times a day thing that you've created, that you tell yourself, that as you're saying it to yourself, you're feeling it. I am happy. How does happy feel? Oh, this is how happy feels. And so you're doing that every time, multiple times a day, and you're going to do this for at least a month. Depending who you talk to, there's different, amounts of days that you're going to do this for. So write down today's date when you're starting this affirmation, so that you know when a month has come up. If for some reason you happen to skip a day, now you're starting at day 1 again. Yes. And what you're actually doing by doing these daily, multiple times a day affirmations, is you are creating new neural pathways in your brain to really make that affirmation a part of you. It really, like it, then it becomes embedded and now it's you. Yeah, it's great. It's really great. So, and yes, it's true. Like, so it feels like part of the the question that this is answering is that about the affirmation. Somebody was just saying, I don't know about that. Yes, it's true. It does work that way. And it's scientifically proven, if anybody cares about that. Personally, I don't really care too much about that part. I take that as evidence-based. Other things I need the science for. This one I'm okay without. So whatever, so part of this is about that. Part of this is a different thing. Whatever you've been asking about lately, if that's really true, yes, it is. And you can count on it. Okay. So now we have the daily guidance cards. Pardon me. Yes, the daily guidance cards for one last little bit of wisdom from our angels. Ah, the law of attraction. So that's what the affirmation does. It it enacts the law of attraction. Law of attraction is happening all the time, every minute, no matter what, whether you're aware of it or not. Just like gravity is happening every minute, so is the law of attraction. They are both universal laws. And there's more too. But so the law of attraction says that however you are vibrating, you are attracting more of what is a similar vibration. So if you're always beating up on yourself and you're always saying that you suck at something, then that's what you're attracting, is things that are on that low vibration. And so then you will continue to attract things that you suck at, or you think you do. The more you say, I am happy, happy is a much higher vibration than I suck at that. So the higher your vibration is, the higher the vibration of the things you are attracting to you. The better you feel, because feeling good is an amazing vibration. Feeling joy, they say, is the highest of vibrations. And so the closer to joy you can get, the more often, all day, every day, the more things come to you that give you joy. That's how it works. And it doesn't have to be anything specific, that I want this certain person to be around me a lot because I feel a lot of joy with them. You're not going to really narrow it down to something that specific. You're going to just in general feel as good as possible so that in general, great feeling things come to you. So that's how that works. Okay, so you see this globe here. Let's really generate some of that great feeling, that high vibe. And let's send that to the whole world. And the more we do that, the whole world feels better and has a higher vibration. When it's a really high vibration, then there's very little sadness. Then grief still is there, but it's manageable. You can get through it. It's not debilitating. Your physical health increases the higher your vibration is. The people around you become higher vibration. And just in general, life is so much better. Okay. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you, Capricorn. I want you to know how much I appreciate you and how much I love you. And I will see you next week.